my lowly constituents.
Are you running for office?
Not to degrade.
I would love it if you were on the ballot. If you were on the ballot, I would vote for you.
Unanimous.
I think I would get a lot of votes until people start pulling me up on the internet.
Ooh, that bag, they gotta vet you, right? It's called vetting.
You see what he said, I could solve some problems, you know. And some I couldn't, and some I couldn't. I said we're going to talk about the organoids, which I will, but I'd be remiss if we let this whole segment pass without, who is this and who invited us?
That's Tom.
Oh my God.
Hey! Oh, Tommy, that's
he
Tommy.
snuck up on us with a cane. That was amazing.
I didn't really look up. I just saw, you know, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, I just thought I'd be
Tommy Chum, our special guest. But I think it would be remiss if we didn't at least mention God bless the victims of the mass shootings. There were several this week, but the last couple of weeks, but in particular, Uvalde and
Buffalo,
which was 2 weeks ago. I'm going there to do a benefit show with DLU next month. But God bless them, man. It's amazing that the police, man, will protect and serve. And the cowardly stories of how they cowardly behaved, particularly in the Uvalde case.
That's crazy.
So now, when we look at the Uvalde story, right? We have 19 children, 2 teachers, and then there's all this footage.
And one husband that died from grief.
Oh, give us a second.
Yeah,
give us a second.
had a heart attack.
But you have this situation where there's actual footage of police holding back parents from going inside. And now there are rumors.
That's propaganda.
That's propaganda.
You can't just let people run it.
No. There's actual footage from actual parents.
You cannot let the parents run into school and it's a gunner. That's an asinine.
Okay, well now
argument.
Now you're saying it's asinine.
It's asinine.
You're saying it's asinine.
It
but
is
DC,
asinine.
let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
If your
I
child
know where you're going. Go ahead, ask the question.
is in this school
Yeah.
and you've been called.
Yeah.
So time has passed. You've been called.
Yep.
Now you're at the school.
Yeah.
You know time has passed. Now you're
Yeah.
at the school and you're watching time pass
Yeah.
as you hear shots ring out.
Yeah.
You feel that you would have the peace of mind to put it in the hands of the authorities?
I might raise hell, but I ain't trying to go in there.
Yeah, and that's not the thing, though, Tim. That's not the thing. The thing is the parents wanted to go in. The parents wanted to go in,
Cannot let
but the
all the
police,
parents
right?
run in there.
And the police just wouldn't let them in.
However, I would have been as qualified as a lot of the policemen. I got
Copy
more
that.
guns. I'm serious. I got more guns. I got probably some better guns than they have. I probably shot more than they have. But given the situation, I got just common sense. You cannot let all these parents just run up in the school. You can't do that. That's an asinine.
Okay.
That's
So
an asinine debate. to
May-
me,
may I-
Where the parents, they're overcome with emotion. So naturally they're thinking, you know, let me go in the building now.
copy that.
It doesn't
Okay.
work like that.
So now to just answer that, there are rumors that police officers went in and got their own children and came out of the school. So now
you're
where
telling
you-
me that police officer went in there, passed up your child, got his child and brought him out.
Why does that sound so hard to believe?
Because
No, but that's not likely, brother.
unless your child was, and I'm not saying they couldn't have been in separate classrooms, but you know how many people would have called that out of. If you got police officers supposedly holding parents
I don't
back,
believe that.
then other ones are coming in running out with
I
their
don't believe
kids.
that.
Is everybody?
But I definitely don't believe that they went in there where
Okay.
that firepower
Okay.
was. I mean, if
Copy
anybody
that.
ever seen an
Copy that.
AR-15,
Does anybody know how? Does anybody know how the shooter was actually killed? Does anybody know who killed the
I
shooter?
know what they say.
They say the FBI killed
The
him.
Texas Rangers
The Texas
busted the
Rangers
door
killed
open
him.
and said, boom! Them motherfuckers don't be playing.
Yeah.
The Texas Rangers busted the door with them cowboy hats on and said, boom, boom, boom,
So
boom. See y'all later. Y'all shut up.
Jump
but
on the
we're
horse and
talking
roll
about
off.
after An hour of
hour and 78 minutes.
78 minutes. So when do you draw the line? What? Come on.
Texas Rangers had to get there, man. Come on.
Everybody in Texas has a gun.
Yeah, but they're all Mexicans.
Not
So
everybody got AR-15, man.
Fuck yeah.
So you saying that civilians should just have been allowed to rush? Don't be ridiculous, man.
Did you hear about when the kid went to Buffalo, drove all the way to Buffalo, shot up all them people, all them old folks and everything? Did you hear that there was a guy, one of the people that got shot was a brother, older man, he had invented this engine that could run on water. Did you hear about that? No. He had this world-changing invention. And I'm telling you something, man.
Yeah,
you heard about that, right?
Listen, man. BET News is good.
Oh, okay.
One guy supposedly had invented this car
that
can run off water.
Well, we can reflect back to Tucker, that dude that made the car that didn't break down.
Chris Tucker did what? Chris Tucker made what?
The Tucker car, yeah.
Chris ain't made no damn car.
And they put him out of business. It's kind of like back in the day when they had Reefer Madness and
Listen,
Reefer
man,
would make you go crazy.
Chris Tucker ain't made no damn car.
And they put this whole thing about reefer. You remember that black and white thing? Reefer. Everybody was going crazy off reefer. But it was a propaganda between the hemp company and the wood mill company. And the wood mill company wanted to put the hemp company out of business, so they went with this campaign about hemp. That's what that's about. It ain't about smoking weed.
Stop. So where you so now, and you know, you're an amazing individual.
You high, boy.
Right, clearly. But like, you're an amazing individual, but we're talking about the fact that people can't go out in public without worrying about getting shit. Okay, you don't, nigga, if you don't get your...
I was saying that to say there was another, maybe there, some of these is a second agenda.
Fair play.
You know, of course, it's mass shooters, but...
Yeah.
So you're saying the mass shooting was to cover up
killing the guy.
So that was to cover up.
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of layers of shit going on.
Far-fetched, man.
That's a long, no, you could be wrong. You're possibly wrong.
I'm possibly wrong.
No, you wrong as hell, nigga. Tell me.
That's a lot of conspiracy. That's a lot of parts that's got to move. And okay, you're gonna go in here and do this, and then somebody's gonna shoot you. That just.
I know.
I've seen the government work. I use the VA. It's not that.
See, and I'm very serious about this, man. I talk to people that smoke weed all the time. I'm very serious. And these are the kind of conversations I have with people when they're high. They just start throwing shit out there. They say, hey, man, well, you know, Chris Tucker made a car.
Goofy's a dog. Why don't he bark?
And they be serious.
Season's a heart attack.
I'm just saying that is an illogical. It's a conspiracy theory for some television show come on 3 o'clock in the morning or something. Byron Allen. But that, and to think that, see, to me, you lose credibility when you start talking about illogical shit like the parents should have been allowed to rush the building. Is you crazy? And I mean, is you?
Now, so why didn't the police rush the building?
That's a whole different argument, brother.
You're absolutely right.
That's a different argument.
I agree.
But to argue that the parents should have been allowed, when they showed up and their children, the parents should have been allowed to go in the building, is you nuts.
Okay, so now I think what you're misinterpreting is the fact that no. I think what you're misinterpreting is the fact that I feel like it's an injustice that you're holding parents back from saving their own children. Why aren't you going to save my children? And that's kind of what I'm trying to give you.
Those are two different arguments. You can argue the police should have ran in there, but for you to stand there and argue that the parents should have been allowed to rush the building. And let me tell you something, may break your heart. Your mama wasn't fixing to run in that building and try to save your black ass.
My mom saw me.
Right there hollering.
No. I come from a gun family. My mom would have ran.
Your mama wasn't going in that building, and that boy in there with a semi-automatic. Your mama was not going in there to get your ass out, Tim. I'm just telling you now. She sent the boy in there.
Welcome to the DC Curry Show, everybody. God damn
She
it.
was just not, man. But it's sad. But with regards to gun control as a remedy, in the first place, there are too many guns out there. They will never take all these guns off the street.
That shouldn't even be the goal, though.
Yeah.
What should be
They'll
the
never
goal?
take these guns off the street. So, what is the solution according to you, Brian?
I mean, one, you definitely need to, in all states, need to make a higher age group. I don't even, to be honest with you, without a proper background check, I think 21
Yeah, this
is too
boy
young.
went in and walked out with the guns on his 18th birthday.
I think 21 is still a little
I do
bit too
too.
young.
Now, I was talking to some of my fellow Republicans yesterday, and their argument was, this is true, their argument was, well, DC,
Did you say fellow Republicans?
friends, you know, fellows that I know, I'm a Democrat, but they're fellows that I know and they're Republican. I golf with them. And so their argument was,
He's a Republican.
no, I ain't no damn
Let
Republican.
this man make the point, please.
I ain't no Republican. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Democrat. So their argument was, you let an 18-year-old boy go to the army. And my response to that was, and a couple of them actually changed sides. They said, you're right, this. My response to you let an 18-year-old go to the army and have a gun is, there are no 18 and 19-year-old officers in the army.
Copy that.
So even if you let an 18 or 19-year-old go to the army and you give him a weapon, he's supervised. Now, why are there no 18, 19-year-old officers? Because they know an 18, 19-year-old is not mentally capable of handling that kind of position.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you give him a gun, but he can't be an officer.
That's a very good
He's
argument.
got a gun, but he has to be under the supervision
Yeah, that's a very good
of an
argument.
officer.
He changed
Who
sides
is
on
at
that.
least, in most cases, 25, 26 years.
They had to change sides on that. That's a good
A
one.
couple of them
That's a
came
good
on.
one.
And
That's a
another
good one.
thing, DC, what I would like to see, since we can send all this money over to Ukraine, why don't they just give the money to the homeless veterans, retrain them, and then allow them to have the weapons to protect the schools?
Because they're in bad shape and they're drunk and they, you can't.
I just said retrain them, some of them.
No, you can't be drunk.
You can't give a homeless veteran a shot at being a protector?
They're in ill health. Come on, man.
Well,
Most homeless veterans, they have other problems. Maybe mental, maybe. Come on.
well, the VA is a huge problem. I was in the Marine Corps. I did 5 years, 2 combat deployments. The officers ain't there a lot. Like,
Right.
it's you got your E5s and you got maybe a staff
For
sergeant.
civilians' sake, what's the E5?
E5 is a sergeant.
But they're still about 25, 26 though, to be an E5.
He was in
sometimes.
what branch?
Air
were you in?
Force.
He was in the Air Force.
Air Force. So by the time you
Air
get to
Force
being-
recruits or picks up rank a lot slower than the combat ranks because we have a high turnover rate. Not because we get hurt, just because everybody gets out.
Mook used to drive tanks in the Air Force.
Actually, we just have a lot more technology.
Y'all treat
to
y'all
learn.
people a hell of a lot better than we get treated. Make no mistake.
But I still think though, even if you're still talking about an E5, man, you're still not 18. You still got to put a couple years in, and the maturation level from an 18 to about 21, 22 is still tremendous. Especially if you're in the armed forces, especially if in your branch. You said the Marines, right?
Well, it's
Oh, yeah, that's
education and
definitely-
familiarization.
Yeah, but even with the discipline,
Wow.
you're gonna be
I got
10 times. You're
disagreement
gonna be,
among the armed forces. Just like that LGBTQ.
you guys gonna be.
I feel like the
That's
used
the
it.
VFW.
You guys gonna be 10 times more disciplined. You guys gonna be 10 times more disciplined. So the maturation is still gonna be even faster than some civic kid going out there buying a weapon, 18-year-old.
That's true, but still, I'm saying, even in the case of the Army, you don't give an 18-year-old a weapon, an assault weapon, quote
Right.
unquote, and then he's not supervised.
Right, exactly.
So why would you, on the streets, let an 18-year-old walk into a gun store and buy it? Now I got guns out the yazoo, man.
Yes.
I got guns out the yazoo.
I feel like he has
However,
landmines.
I think
I dealt with those too.
underlying with landmines.
Yeah, I was bomb dog tech, so I swept for landmines and ran bomb dogs.
Oh man, you ever lose a dog?
My second partner Augie passed away, but that's because he ate a brown recluse because he was a little dumb and they didn't know a
What's
brown
that?
recluse
Like a
spider.
brown,
And it bit inside his throat, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong until it was too late.
Why did he eat the spider? What were drugs we
He's
got?
a dog. Dogs
He's
just
a dog.
Oh, it was a dog. Okay.
yeah. But my other
You
partner,
referred to him as your
White
partner?
people talking about
yeah,
dogs.
we were. He was right here.
I've seen guys
every
get
day.
real close to those dogs.
But yeah, my first partner, Boomer, I lost track of him. He had 21 IED fines, 9 of them with me, but I don't know where he went.
What's the ID?
IED is an improvised explosive device. It's a
we talking
homemade
civilians,
landmine.
man. So
Sorry.
that's all right. That's how you going. You going into army mode. You not like you all right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck everybody over here.
And where did
Jason Bourne on this one.
where were you deployed?
I did the southern Helmand province of Afghanistan. I did the Marja invasion, and I did around Sangin on my second tour.
And where'd you go, Brian?
Nowhere.
Chicago.
There's a lot of shooting there too. I
went to Walmart.
I was in during the Kuwait War, but I didn't have to get deployed. They sent us over in Warner Robins.
Oh man,
That was it.
Boy, Robbins. That's a country club.
Houston County.
Down there by me.
It's like that. It's like that.
So that was it, man.
That's it.
But mine
I'm
was
gonna get you
underground,
sucky.
underground, AWACS, stuff like that. You know. Yeah.
Remember that? I'm gonna get you sucker clip where you majored in paper clips.
I like to extend a big thank you for your service to you both.
Yes.
Appreciate it, man.
More so you though, Trey. Thank you.
Hey, no shame in my game. Trey deserves all the credit. I am not a
And when y'all-
We thank you for
Well,
your
Mook was in
combat.
Mook used to
We
drive
thank you for
tanks
your combat
in the
expertise, and Brian, we thank you for your clerical work.
I bet we can go to gun range with anybody in here, and we're gonna put the money on.
Now,
You want to go?
so both of you all are not calling y'all old, but last time when y'all went in the army, Afghanistan and everything, was it not at that time? Don't ask, don't tell.
That actually got repealed while I was in the Marine Corps, and we actually had one guy come
Sucking
out,
dicks.
and then he got teased and tried to take his own life. Now he
that's sad.
recovered from it. He got kicked out for
Oh, he
trying to
didn't
take
do
his
it
own
well.
life. Now he lives here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Duh.
We were still gooning that thing out in basic training test school. You know.
I served 3 weeks in the military.
Yeah, but you just in test school. Yeah, it was that. You definitely.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Will stay happen in the barracks. Stay in the barracks. Period.
Yeah. Well,
Mook served 3 weeks.
should it be don't ask, don't tell or not? Oh,
It
okay.
should be.
Okay, y'all don't have to tell me.
No, no.
It don't matter. If you willing to raise your hand and go serve, go for it.
You made me have a flashback unintentionally, man. I was like, you know.
I was like, I mean, don't feel obligated to tell now. Don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell.
I just think some of these young kids are just so sensitive.
I
man.
mean that. However, you know, you talk about there's no difference in this and that, and I got gay friends, man. But out on the battlefield, brother, the gay friends that I have that I know are gay,
They gonna make it happen.
I wouldn't want them covering me, because now I got some friends that I suspect. I take that back. I know a couple of gay guys, and I believe they whip everybody's ass in there.
They'll run it. Yeah.
Huh?
That's
like that boy Sam that was going into the NFL. If he hadn't kissed that boy, when he
Oh,
got drafted,
right
I think
in the
it was,
mouth.
Yeah.
But some boy in Hollywood ran up on him and called him a sissy, and he beat the shit out of
Yeah,
him.
he did.
There's a certain gun range on Stone Mountain. If y'all go there on a Sunday, it is nothing but filled with the LGBTQ community.
And
They
that's
are
when you
in there
go?
and they're practicing.
You go on Sundays?
Not anymore.
Right after church.
Right after church.
Right after
Yeah.
church, yeah. I've
You
been
gonna
there
lay
on
hands.
Sundays.
He gonna lay hands.
Won't he do it?
Sundays,
Won't
but
he
it's
do
thick.
it?
All I'm saying, it's thick up in there now.
He say thick or dick?
I said,
I
They
didn't know.
thick up in there. They thick. You talking about the way they dress? You said they thick.
Mook, I'm just falling behind
Okay,
your track.
all right.
You brought your guest a few years ago. I'm just
Okay.
trying to be like you.
You,
bro.
hey,
Good save, Pat. Good save. Good save. Good save.
Ladies
We all
and
in this
gentlemen,
together.
He got out the Air Force and he's still recruiting.
ladies and gentlemen, life goes on. Thank you for listening. I'm DC Curry.
I'm Black Ass Tim.
Mohawk Minister.
Mook Maine.
Tall Trey.
Our special guest today was my main man, Tommy Chung.
at you run like a motherfucker.
From Los Angeles by way of Detroit.
Hey, man, it was such a blessing to be here, DC, and to see you, man.
Good
It's
to
been
see you,
20
man.
years since we've seen each other.
20 years, boy.
25, brother.
20
and
years.
It's a pleasure that you still here, you still alive. I'm so happy, and it's made my trip to Atlanta
still alive.
really, really special.
Nigga, I'm
That's
more
what
alive
know,
than you.
In case I never
I ain't
see
on
your
no
ass
cane.
again, I just want you to know I love you, brother.
Thank you, man. One love. Mark. White Mark. God bless you. Rest in peace, my main man, Marcus Combs. You've been listening to DisRace. We'll holler.